Hello, everyone. My name is Devdas from Akasha Yoga Academy. Very happy to be with you here today exploring some pranayama for energy. Prana, of course, being life force and awareness of energy. We're going to study one of the very classic, very beautiful techniques to really awaken the energy, like coffee without coffee, and that's Kapalabhati. Very powerful, very intense, so intense. There's a few things to know before we start. 1. Let there be some space in between your food and the practice. When you eat, all your energy goes into your digestive system. And then when you try to work with the prana and there's no energy in the body, guess what? It doesn't work very well. It's also not so good for your digestion. So let there be a few hours in between any food and this practice. 2nd, fire. This is a very classic fire technique. Fire in the body, fire in every element. So there's certain things to be aware of. If you're prone to anger, if you're prone to anxiety, if you have red skin rashes or anything that could be exacerbated by increasing the fire in the body, this technique is not for you. No problem, no judgment. Go to another one of our YouTube videos, check out all the possibilities. There are many. But be responsible with your pranayama practice. Pranayama is powerful, and because it's powerful, we have to be a bit aware. What's right for our body? What's right in this moment? This is a strong technique, so take it seriously, and of course, enjoy it and enjoy all the benefit, but responsibly. And the last of the parameters is Jalandhara Bandha. I have a very particular way of teaching Kapalabhati. I've practiced lots of different ways. I found this, at least for myself, to be one of the most effective, one of the most beautiful. So we'll practice together, but the way that I practice involves Bandha. So in Bandha, there's a few things to remember. 1, it's a fairly advanced technique. If you're not used to holding the breath for a longer period of time, this also isn't for you. Please just go to a different video. And control the breath appropriately while we're holding the breath. If you feel you're at the end of your capacity, that's when you go to exhale. You never in pranayama go like, gasp or lose control of the breath. Work in combination in loving friendship with prana and life force rather than the arm wrestling technique of I'm going to push myself a little too hard. Let yourself just relax into it and fully enjoy it. So no gasp, no strain, obviously not for pregnant women, obviously not for anybody who's not reasonably experienced with pranayama and yoga practice. That said, it's an amazing practice. I look forward to doing it together. Before we jump into it, let's take a brief look. Jalandhara Bandha is basically just dropping the chin down to the chest. You can think of the center of your chin hitting your collarbones. That said, I find an even more powerful way to do it is as you inhale, rock your head back so that you're bringing your chest up just a little bit. Drop your chin down to your chest. Now, for some people, that chin all the way down to the chest doesn't work. It can really injure the back of your neck. So while you're sitting here, test it out. Put your chin down. Try to see, is it okay for your neck? As long as it's okay for your neck, it's fine to follow. If it does strain your neck, rather than dropping your head back and bringing it down, practice just tucking your chin. So imagine that someone's pushing on your chin with their finger and you just draw it a little bit back. You can draw your chest up at the same time. That gives a similar effect as what I was showing before. So just chest up, chin back. Doesn't have to touch if that's not what's right for your body. So now that everything's been said, let's jump. So there are a few practicalities of our Kapalabhati practice because there are slightly different ways to practice in slightly different techniques. For myself, any comfortable seated position is fine. That can be in a chair, that can be like me on the floor. In general, palms facing up. You can choose a mudra that's good for you if you want to just connect your index finger and your thumb. That's a very classic, very beautiful one. Otherwise, any position where your hands are facing up is perfectly fine. In this version of Kapalabhati, we're not going to inhale. So we're pulling the belly in and up, and that's forcing the air out. Then the stomach rebounds, and that's what causes the inhalation or the belly rebound. So it's going to sound like this. And see, I'm not pulling the air back in. I'm just throwing it out and letting it come back, and throwing it out and letting it come back. And that's a natural thing that's happening. So let's try it once together. Beautiful. So I'm going to talk you through. We're going to do a round of 12. We're going to do a round of 24. We're going to do a round of 36. If you practice more by yourself, you can slowly bring yourself up in numbers from that, but nice and slow, not too fast. If at any point during this particular exercise you find that the pranayama is too much, the fire is too much, slow down, stop, rest, relax, take shavasana. Don't force yourself into anything that doesn't feel right for yourself and for your body. What we're going to do, just so you understand the full rhythm, we'll take a half breath in and we'll start the Kapalabhati. We'll do however many we're going to do. We'll throw the breath fully out. We'll hold there for a moment. Then long, slow, deep breath in. Jalandhara Bandha at the top. Relax the bandha before you exhale. Let the breath return to its natural rhythm. Spend a few moments in the silence, and then we'll jump back into the next round. At the very end of that, and this is very important, if you're going to practice such a powerful technique as this, watch all the way through the video. Don't just get up and walk away. Spend some time in the silence after the 3 rounds, really just integrating that experience. Prana is kind of like food. If you think about, if you take in a meal, you don't just immediately get up and run and do the next thing, and you give yourself a little space and a little time just to absorb that and really let the prana move in your body in the way that it needs to. So sometime in the silence after the practice, commit yourself now. Don't leave until the video's over, because it's a powerful practice. So a moment of grounding. Find your seat. Hands are up. They can be in a mudra if you like. And find your breath. Where is it moving? How is it moving? Just becoming aware of what my teacher in India used to call the antaryantra, the inward journey, focusing from out, becoming more aware of in. Maybe feeling your sit bones connecting to the chair or to whatever it is that you're sitting on. Really feel like you're grounded and you're rooted and you're supported in your base and your foundation. You're strong from the base. Lifting up through the spine, opening the crown to the heavens. And then feeling like the breath is this magic link between earth and heaven. Somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the center, the breath is naturally moving. And making sure the body is still completely relaxed, we'll go into our first round of 12. So take a half breath in, then 12 Kapalabhati. Throw the breath all the way out. Hold the breath out. Long, slow, deep breath in. Jalandhara Bandha, rock the head back, drop the chin to the chest. Holding. And whenever you're ready, release the bandha first. Then long, slow, deep exhalation. And then let the breath return to normal. Feel the energy, feel the vitality, feel the fire. Relax the body, relax the mind, and just be present. In this period, we just let the fire settle, let the breath settle, so that we can go into another round. If you decide that 12 was enough for you, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll take it up to 24. If you know that 12 was enough, just count by yourself. Follow exactly the same rhythm. Throw the breath out, pause for a moment, long, slow, deep inhale, Jalandhara Bandha, then release the bandha and exhale. For those that are following along to 24, we'll start half breath in, throw the breath out. Throw the breath all the way out. Hold the breath out. Long, slow inhalation. Rock the head back, Jalandhara Bandha. Whenever you need to come out of that, it's fine. Just make sure to release the bandha before you release the breath. And when you're ready, releasing the bandha. Long, slow, controlled exhale. Feel the energy moving in the body and consciously relax. The more prana that's moving in the body, the more fire that's moving in the body, the more consciously we need to relax the body in between. So really let there be not one tension. Let the pelvic floor relax. Let the belly relax. Let the shoulders relax. Let the face relax. Prana itself is intelligent. So if it's moving in a way that you're not familiar with, that's perfectly fine. Let it move, let it be free. Just like you're sitting on a side of a river and you're watching the water, you're sitting on the river of life force in your spine, and you're just observing. And we'll head into the third round. You can stay with 12, you can stay with 24, or we'll go together up to 36. Afterwards, we'll sit in the silence for a longer time. So don't worry if it's feeling already a little intense. We'll spend a nice time just letting the body really deeply absorb the practice. Half breath in, 36. Blow the breath all the way out. Hold it out. Long, slow, deep breath in. Jalandhara Bandha. Whenever you feel to exit, it's fine to exit, but hold as long as you can, as long as the breath is still comfortable. And when you're ready, lifting the chin, long, slow exhalation into full, total relaxation. Just really feeling everything that's happening. And consciously relaxing, consciously present, aware. And now give yourself permission to just let the breath settle fully. Aware of the breath, but more aware of the beautiful and profound space in which the breath is moving. And seeing that as the breath begins to settle, there's more awareness of the natural space. Making a kind of conscious decision to stay with that beautiful sense of expansion and ease. The breath just moving how the breath moves. There might be a little bit of residual heat. If that's so, Just observe it the same way that you observe the breath. It's just there, it's just moving. Let it move and just observe. Deeper and deeper in your natural stillness and expansion. And as we come toward the end of our session of meditation, let's just take a moment to really acknowledge the power of fire. Fire takes what is material and turns it into something more ethereal. It has the power to transmute, to help things change shape. So a moment to bow to the potential of fire and its ability to transmute and transform, and also to uplift. Bringing your hands together at heart center, bowing the head to the heart in gratitude for the great tradition of yoga. for techniques that help us to realize our own inner essence, our own peace, our own joy. Om Shanti Shanti Om. And slowly, if you like, you can blink open the eyes. And as always, a huge privilege and a joy to share the great tradition of yoga. If you like what we do, make sure to subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.